Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good out there today.
Yeah, of course it does. Isn't that just special? Okay. I'm sorry. Did that sound a little sarcastic? Was that a little bit edgy?
Uh, yeah, and it should have been. I mean, I tried to tee you up a little sarcasm there, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, you've been missing out all winter up here in NorCal.
Yeah, what's the deal? I mean,
Oh
all right, well,
God,
listen. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. Another laugh-a-minute episode here, gold ball
that's
hunting.
it.
And I drove up from the desert yesterday. Um, and yeah, it's beautiful up here, Jeff. Man, the spring has sprung, and I'm going to head over to the Brooklyn Tennis Club this morning, get a little workout, watch one of our students play a set or two over there
Nice.
as well. And so, guys, welcome to another episode. Glad you're hanging out with us again.
Yeah.
And we're still offering. And by the way, I got a topic that is just, I think, important. Now, you might not think so, and you don't even know what it is. This is one of those things.
Actually, I got to interrupt you because you just said I'm heading over to the Berkeley Tennis Club this morning, blah blah blah. So now you're up in Northern California. So I'm just gonna sit back and wait. Like I know you're gonna be here for 4 or 5 days, and I'm just gonna wait like patiently. He's like, Jeff, listen, come on down, let's play some doubles before I head back. It might be kind of fun. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna wait over here on the side. And then, maybe after we talk today, we can.
Hold on, let me look at my schedule. Oh, you know what? God dang it, I'm all booked for the next 5 days. Okay, well, maybe next time.
Okay, there you go.
What the heck was that? That was something. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about. I know what it was. I got a topic for you today that you do not know what's coming, but I think it's an important topic. But before we get to it, we're still offering a free, complimentary, no charge. It's on us.
Yeah.
10-minute coaching call. It's private. Three of us. We get in the phone, three-way call. And it's a short call, 10 minutes. So we ask you bring that one thing to your game. Guys, more of you need to be taking us up on this offer because it's a very cool thing. And you get to really sort of that one thing right now that you're struggling with that if you got this thing figured out. And look at us. Even though he's got the, incognito beard going, he looks a little shaky up there. Like, how could this guy know anything about tennis? Well, he does have the K-Swiss thing going. Anyway, great offer for you guys, 10-minute coaching call. It's free. Go over to goldballhunting.com, first name, email address. Click the button and you'll get immediate access to our online calendar scheduler where you get to cherry pick the date and time that works best for you. So, Jeff, question I've got, actually not the question, but just kind of a feeling I have sometimes, is that I think when we as players, competitive players, and those are the guys we're helping, right? Tournament players,
Right.
league players, even the players who are still competitive, but maybe they don't have the time to go out and travel and play tournaments or leagues or whatever, but they're still,
Right.
whether singles or doubles, there's this the reality that I think we eventually have to accept. And that is that we're going to lose a match from time to time. And that some days we're going to lose matches to guys that we rarely ever lose to.
Right.
We might, and look, the reasons, all of the dynamics of why someone might win and someone might lose on that particular day, it's kind of like what the National Football League on any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Maybe that's kind of my thing here is on any given Sunday, we can lose. And so I think once you accept that reality and you go out there today to play a match, whether it's against someone a hair, below you or right there at your level, you guys split your matches 10 times, 5 and 5, or someone a little better where maybe you get them once or twice out of 10. But I think once you accept that reality that we do lose from time to time.
Shocking, but it happens.
Shocking, but it happens is that that could free you up to just go, you know what, I'm not based on the result today of possibly losing or I got to win. but I'm
Right.
now free. I'm free to play the game the way that I want to play.
Maybe even have some fun.
Stop it. Just flat out stop it. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with going out there and just competing? Just going out
Yeah.
there and freeing yourself up to compete. And you know what? If you don't get the W, I mean, I guess the dog is not going to totally bite you when you come home, or the
Right.
spouse is going to go, God,
Get out.
I need a good lawyer.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing bad's going to happen. So
Right.
I'm not articulating this the way that I sort of am thinking about it, but
Right.
I think that if we accept that fact that we can lose on any given day, that it could free up our minds to not play tight, to just kind of
Right.
relax
Well,
and play.
right. And the kind of the statement that you're talking about is, um, you know, it's not losing that you should fear. It's the fear of losing that will inhibit your ability to actually be present, perform, and actually enjoy the ride, whether you come out victorious or not that day. So I hope that made sense.
Well,
It's
no, it
not,
does, because what
you
we,
know,
when we're thinking about losing, or we're worried about losing, or we're worried about winning,
right.
one some is it's all future based stuff.
Yeah.
It takes you out of the moment, and that's when we know we play our best tennis, is when we are 100% present in that
Right.
moment.
Yeah. And, you because the minute the fear factor jumps in there, the losing thing, you start thinking about that, and it goes there. You start telling your story of what's going wrong today, and if the idea is this, is that you have to, because not to get woo woo, but if you have a habit, when matches start to get tight and you start to fear the loss, the habit then is, what kind of story are you telling? And that becomes a habit that you do. And then after the match, you're in there having beers with the guys, and you come up with your story that night. Well, you've actually created the neural pathways in your brain that neural pathway continually gets fed until it actually becomes a solid and solidified neural pathway. And so when that stuff comes up, and we talk about, being able to be mentally tough and being able to be in the moment, when those things arise, you have to have some sort of personal system in place. You've read something. Now I'm going to actually try to implement it. Everybody reads everything on, oh, this is how you mentally prepare. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. But no one actually goes out to the court and actually tries to implement the steps. And so you have to, at that point, make a different choice mentally, choose a different self-talk path. And what's amazing, and this is scientific fact, you will immediately start to build a new neural pathway. That's just the science of it.
I
And so
think
you
it's
have,
called myelination.
is that
I
yeah.
think yeah.
And then it's neuroplasticity is the other side. So you actually, as you build the new one, the other one actually melts. It actually starts to reduce in size, and now you're going this new direction. So is it possible for a senior to do that? Without a doubt. Okay, it's possible for everybody on the planet to do this, because it's part of who you are and how our brain works, right? So I think that's a big part of it, is that how much of your losing is actually is created by habit,
Right.
because
Sure.
things aren't quite going your way that day, and so this is the pathway I'm going to take to make it okay that I lost today.
Right.
I made a promise to myself when I re-entered tennis, playing the national senior stuff in 2012, that I was going to share all my losses with my clients. Listen, everybody, because everybody thinks, you're the pro, that you're like,
You got all the answers, man.
you got all the answers, and like it just works out for me every time. It's just like I hit the ball, it magically goes in, and everything's hunky dory. It's wonderful. And so I made a promise that I'm going to share my losses, and then sharing that actually helped me in those moments. Do I like losing? No, I don't.
No.
Not at all.
Uh-uh.
Okay, not even one little bit. However, you said the day's over. Give me a beer. Let me talk to the guys. Let's just enjoy the rest of the day. Congratulations to the guy I played, whether I like the guy or not. That's the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to sit there and wallow in that, oh my gosh, what a poor me and what now? Well, okay, what now? Go home, have a nice dinner.
Pet the dog.
Pet the dog.
Kiss your bride.
Call it good.
Yeah.
And, so anyway.
Yeah. No, it's. Yeah, I look at the pros, and obviously Rafa's never won every one of his matches. Fed hasn't won every one of his matches, and you see these guys. It's a real acceptance of the reality of, look, I'm going to lose from time to time, and what do? They go, just like you say, shake hands, great. They go get their shower up. They go home, eat dinner, wake up, and just do whatever they do the next day. But I think unless you take, and I think a lot of it's the social stigma crap we put on ourselves.
Without a doubt.
That our whole self-worth is built on, did I beat, Ralph today?
Yeah.
And I'm scared to death because if I don't beat Ralph, who, a lot of guys in the club don't like Ralph. And and then what happens, and then and it's such baloney, and yet it's human nature. I mean, the whole social implications are human nature, and yet I look at Fed, someone like that, and he loses a match, and there's some degree probably of pain if it's the finals of a Grand Slam. Well, that's tougher than losing the finals in Dubai, right? Whatever. So I just think that we all have to come to grips with the fact that no matter how well we play on that day or who the person is, that there's a chance we're going to lose. And once you accept that as being okay, you're free to play. You're free to let it go. And I think the more we let it go, meaning we don't play tight because we don't want to miss, and we hope the guy misses. Please, man, please miss this shot. I think number one, as you said, we have more fun with the game. And I think we actually put ourselves mentally in a position where we can start to learn more about ourselves as players. What's our brand? What might be our playbook based on our brand? And start to narrow those things down so we can play. So,
yeah, without a doubt, that's just
cool.
Totally.
Well, look at Jeff. I think we're going to do a wrap on this. Once again, the beam is coming down.
There actually is some light coming in here today.
There is. It's got the half
and that's sunlight. It's not some outdoor light that's been on because it's raining so heavy. It's actually sunlight this morning. It's beautiful.
Right.
So yeah, we'd love you to like us, share us, please subscribe, and let us know what you think down below.
Outstanding, guys. Get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Jeff, we're going to do this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.